What's good? What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Tony Real, the God. What's good? What's good? Coming back at you, you know, with another exclusive, interview, another exclusive topic. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody that's viewing, that's on YouTube right now in the chat. What's good? What's good? Glad everybody could make it. Glad everybody could make it, man. I surely appreciate everybody coming. You know, uh, this is going to be a great show. I feel it's going to be a great show. We have my brother Black Power coming in. We have my. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so we have my brother Black Power coming in, man. All right, he is coming to the show. He is going to be in the building very soon. You know, my brother not ready yet, so we're gonna give him a little time, you know what I'm saying, to get some things situated and get some things together. So the title, everybody, the title is Who is God? Who is God? Okay. Now I know some of you um, you know, probably would say, okay, well, you know, God is God, and he's the liberator, he's the alpha, the omega, he's all these things. Pretty sure a lot of you would say that. Okay. So that's the reason why this topic is important. This is a very important topic for today. I believe that everyone deserves an understanding of what what's what's good, Charity? What's good? You say God is you. Okay. You're welcome to elaborate more on that, sister. So who really is God? You say God is you. You say God is me. So are you pertaining are you pertaining it to be spiritual? Because we already know in concordance of spirit or spiritual, that means breath, sister. So are you saying that God is within you? And if that's so, and if that's so, does that make you a God, sister? Does that make you a God? Could you answer that? And so a lot of people want to know. A lot of people want to know who is God. And you say yes. So it does make you a God. Okay. So do you believe that you are God, sister? I know you right there in the chats and listening in. Um, and that's cool. And that's cool. So yeah, so we waiting on Brother Black Power. He'll be he'll be on stage in a moment. Y'all be patient. All right. All right. So here's Brother Black Power. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. What's good, Brother Black Power?
All right, how you doing, brother? Black Power family.
All right. So
Uh,
so I feel we should educate, some folks on who is God, Brother Black Power.
Well,
So,
for my
Brother Black,
go
I
ahead,
want you
brother.
to introduce yourself. Introduce yourself, Brother Black Power.
Well, I'm a brother. I take the term Black Power because this is not an individual thing. This is a we thing as Black people on the planet Earth. Uh, I don't want the glory. I want this to come to us as a people. And I'm very anxious to get to this topic because we gonna show and prove that Black people don't know who God is. So
Mm.
let's get to the show.
Did y'all hear that? Say we're gonna show and prove that Black people don't know who God is. Mm. Oh, Brother Black Power already bringing out the guns. Yeah, so you muted, brother, if you're saying something. Here, let me unmute you. Okay. All right. It says your mic not connected, brother. I guess it's a signal error or something. But this brother said that he is going to educate y'all. He's going to educate our Black people to pretty much letting our Black people know that, hey, you do not know who God
Can
is.
you hear
All
me,
right.
brother?
I hear you now, brother. So go ahead and educate our Black people, man, on why they
Can you
don't
hear me?
know. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You good to go, brother.
I can't hear nothing.
Can it? Okay, so try
Can't hear
coming.
anything.
Try going out and coming back in. Try going out and coming back in. Go out and come back in, brother.
I can't hear.
Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in.
Go out.
Yes,
Okay.
and come back
All right. Let
in.
me see how we do that. Okay.
Yeah. So we be having some technical difficulties, y'all. I'm telling you. Um, so Slim Pickens okay. J Mo, what's good? What's good? What's good? All right, brother. Can you hear me now?
Are we back?
Yeah, we back. Can you hear me now?
I can barely hear you. I hear nothing but staticky when you talk, whoever that is.
Okay, I can hear you just fine. I can hear you just fine, brother. It's just the
I can't
service is
hear.
just
Damn,
can't
why does
hear.
this always have to happen, man?
Yeah.
I can't hear nothing, family. Just very little and very staticky.
Mm-hmm. Well, because it may be because you're driving, brother. You might need to get somewhere where you can kind of like just be still for a second. Maybe because you're driving.
Okay, damn, fuck. Knew that was gonna happen too,
Yeah.
man.
All right. So look,
Oh boy.
I'll put you back down, brother, and then I'll have you come back up whenever you get at a still point.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, man. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I'm on the freeway, and I really got to get across this bridge
Mm.
before this traffic stack up on me.
Yeah, that's
So if
fine,
y'all
brother.
can give me, I hate to interrupt the show like this, and I've been anxious to get here today. Can y'all give me at least 30 minutes so I
Yeah,
can
that's
get
fine,
across
brother.
this?
I'll take you
And I
down
will,
and
I'm gonna jump right back in. Will that be
all right,
fine?
brother. Yeah, that's cool, brother. That's cool. Yeah. All right, y'all. So yeah, brother Black Power's having a few technical difficulties, but he will be back. All right. So stick around, and I'm gonna sit here and be with y'all for the show. All right, y'all. So the title is Who is God? Who is God? Sister Charity says she knows who God is, and she believes God is you and God is me. And I asked her, or were you referring to spirit or spiritual? In concordance with that, that means breath. So would that make you a God? She said yes. And I asked her to elaborate on that, but I think she decided to stop there. So, who is God, everybody? Who is God? Is it an actual form of an entity that we cannot see, that is really omniscient and omnipresent? Is it an actual, form of a person, flesh and bone, that we do not know his or her location in the world? Or is it an actual substance of some sort? Or is it an animal? Who is God? And I can tell you this, I don't know who God is. All I know is the God of the Bible, the Quran, and every other religious book there is on the planet as far as who God is. But who is this powerful, powerful entity that so many worship but has never seen? I've spoken to some that have claimed to have seen this individual in spirit. And all I get out of that is, well, maybe they're looking in the mirror too much. Or maybe they're just looking in the mirror, period. Who is this entity? Who is this great and all powerful, creature, entity, deity? Who is this concept of which we all know to be a concept? Because that's what it is. God is a concept. According to the etymology dictionary, the word God is European. Oh, it's German, The word God is German, according to the etymology dictionary. So are we worshiping a German pagan deity? Are we worshiping, a German idea of a deity? Or are we worshiping something that's an actual existence that exists physically and consciously? Or is it just all in our heads? What exactly are we worshiping? Where can we find this all-powerful deity? Some would say, oh, well, this deity is not in this world because this deity hates the flesh, hates sin. Wouldn't that be a contradiction? Because if that's so, your very Bible says that your God, even in the Quran, your God came into the flesh, into this world. But your God hates sin and flesh. And this so-called deity entity came into flesh. So wouldn't that be a contradiction? Who is this mysterious entity that so many create, that so many worship, that so many want to be a part of and try to prove to us exist? Who is this mysterious deity, this mysterious God? Who is it? Because I can tell you now, I don't know who it is. As long as I've been searching and trying to discover who this deity is, I haven't found anything. So all I found is myself. Knowing myself within me. So when I look into the mirror, I see God in the flesh. But most people would tell you, most religious people would tell you that God is not of the flesh. He, she, or it is in spirit. Wouldn't that also be a contradiction? Because if this God that is in spirit And we know in concordance of spirit, it means breath. That means that this God is inside of us, which would make us the very God that we're talking about. But the Bible suggests that no, God is omniscient. God is the creator. He is the provider. He is the one you pray to. So wouldn't it be kind of like we're praying to ourselves? If that's the case, if I bow my head and I pray, or if I lift my hands and tilt my head back and close my eyes, aren't I praying to myself? Who is God? Why is it so many people are saying who God is, but can't prove who God is, when the very God that you're talking about, that's within you, that you believe, that's in spirit, is within you, is God? So I think we know who God is. It's me, it's you, it's everything around us. If we're talking about in spirit, which is breath, which means breath, if that's what we're talking about. So yes, I am God. You are God. All of us are gods. And there's so many questions that people would ask. Why do you call yourself Tony Real the God? Because I know thyself. An Egyptian proverb clearly states, know thyself. And these proverbs predate your Bibles, predate any religion that is here today. This Egyptian proverb, this Kemetic proverb, know thyself. God and heaven are within you. That's that's one hell of a manifestation, when y'all think. And I appreciate everybody that's tuning in tonight, this evening, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch and Twitter. Appreciate y'all coming. Thank y'all for coming. We waiting on Brother Black Power to rejoin us. We were having some technical difficulties. Brother Black Power was having some technical difficulties, and he will be back. And he said about 30 minutes. So so hopefully the brother can show back up and give his point of view on who he think God is and why so many of our black people feel that they know God. Now we're not talking about any white people in this case. We're talking about our people, our brown people. Okay? Why do we have so many people saying that they know God, but they can't tell you who God is? That sounds confusing. Because if you believe that the God you serve is in spirit, then that means you know who God is, but you don't recognize the God you serve. You're serving yourself. When you look in the mirror, you see God. If God is in spirit, so that means you are God. If God is within you, that makes you a God. You are God. Okay, people? Now, a lot of y'all are going to disagree. You might have a lot of things to say about what I just said, but look into it yourself. Because if God is in spirit and you believe your God is in spirit and is within us, and the very breath that we take is spirit, then wouldn't that mean, once again, that you are God? You are a God. How is it that we sit and talk about God, 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 but no one recognizes who God is when it's been right in your face all your life? Really sad. It's really ridiculous. I'm still trying to figure out why we having this problem. my people. You say I give all the glory to God. So are you giving it all to yourself? All the glory to yourself? Is that what you're doing? Are you giving all the glory to yourself? Is that what you're doing? So, who is God? Who is he? Who is he, she, or it? Who is this powerful and great all-knowing deity? And you may say, well, you just don't understand. You just don't understand, Tony. You need to read your Bible. I've read the Bible. I've read the Bible a lot. I've read the Bible, over time for years. I would say, no, I wouldn't say that. Let me take that back, y'all. I've read the Quran. And there are a lot of things in there that are pretty much contradictory. I've studied and researched Hinduism, Buddhism, all sorts of different denominations of this so-called creator that is being worshipped under these denominations, but no one can prove the existence of this deity. And why is that? Why is that? Why can't anyone prove the existence of this so-called deity? Can anyone prove the existence of this deity at all? I'm waiting. I've been trying to prove that there existence of this deity for years, and I haven't come up with anything as far as any religion is concerned. But I have found out that me myself, as far as people, as far as religious folks saying that God is within, spirit is within yourself. So for me personally, I know who God is, and it is me. When I look in the mirror, I see God every day. When I look at my hands and feet, I see God. I speak like him, talk like him, look like him, she, or her, or it, whatever you want to call it. We are God's. And we need to pretty much stop being ignorant or oxymoron to this concept. It's about time. It's about time, people. Okay? So I'm going to play this 30-second intro. I created an intro. Hopefully, Brother J-Mo is watching. I created an intro, for a lot of folks, for a lot of folks to see. And I've also, did this intro for, folks that are, are as far as on the team, on this brand that I'm building here on this platform, and I put them in that intro. It's a 30-second intro. So I'm going to play it. So when y'all see it, this is what you will see from now on when your boy Tony Reed of God is going live. I know y'all probably like, well, why you ain't playing at the beginning? Well, hey, it wasn't. I didn't think of it at the time. Just be honest. I didn't think of it at the time. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I didn't think of it at the time. So I'm gonna go and play it. Y'all let me know what you think. Holla at your boy. Be back in a sec. Flyers. All right. Hope y'all got a kick out of that. But yeah, that is the intro that y'all will see from now on when y'all tune in to Tony Real Chronicles. Okay, y'all. The intro. All right. And I hope y'all hope y'all tune in to see this intro in action come to live on Saturday. So I don't want y'all to forget about that. All right. We're still on the topic, who is God? But let me just go over here real quick, y'all, and let me just, remind y'all of what's coming Saturday. What's coming Saturday. All right. So let me share my screen because I want to promote this real quick. All right, here we go. So we will have Brother Sheik in the building. Sheik Moab TV. Brother Sheik will be in the building February 2nd. I'm sorry, February 5th. All right. To teach, to come and speak and teach and gift us with his presence and his knowledge on religion and the Moorish standing. Do not forget to tune in this Saturday, February 5th. Brother Sheik will be coming to teach. All right, y'all. Do not forget to tune in. Don't forget. Tune in. All right, y'all. And another thing, y'all, I want to put up real quick. All right. I want to put this up real quick. I'm pretty sure y'all remember Sister Divinity. Okay. She has a book app. And I want y'all to make sure that y'all go and get this sister's book. Go to Amazon.com. Okay. Amazon.com and download your book today, From Energetic Particles to Material Matter, a book on spiritual ascension. Make sure y'all get your copy today, man, and come and support this sister. Also, March 1st, this sister will have a book club reading for the book. All right. March 1st. So download the Bigo app and follow Sister Divinity. On March 1st, she will be giving this session. All right. Do not forget, y'all. Do not forget. Come on out and support this sister. Show us some love. All right, y'all. All right. Do not forget to order your copy of the book, Amazon.com, From Energetic Particles to Material, a book on spiritual ascension. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. So, back to the question. Who is God? Who is God? Make sure y'all download the Bigo app and follow Brother Black Power if you would like to be informed or educated on anything concerning religion, the Bible, whatever you want to call it. Download the Bigo app and support this Brother Black Power. Follow Black Power and join his panels. His panels are very interesting. They're very articulate, very, well versed and worded. So join this brother's panel. Now, he may not say some things you like. You may not like what he has to say, but I guarantee you it's very informative if you actually want to get the truth and open your mind to other information as far as religion is concerned. This Brother Black Power will introduce you to that knowledge and information. All right. So download the Bigo app and follow this Brother Black Power. All right, y'all. Now, who is God? Do we really know? Do we really know who this deity is? Because as far as I'm concerned, I do not know who this omniscient, omnipresent deity is. This so-called spirit that's its own individual, saying, whatever it may be. And if this is a true existence of a of deity, if there is a true existence of this deity, then why have we not seen this deity? Because a lot of religious folks have claimed this deity to be in existence. So maybe they're getting it twisted of maybe the past when there was a lot of extraterrestrial activity back then, as far as Egypt and Israel and Jew, saying Jerusalem is concerned, and a lot of other ancient countries. Maybe they're getting it twisted with their very visit or existence, how they have come to our world and and pretty much gave us technology and a lot of things. Maybe they're mixing up the visitation of these beings as being proof of God and demons. Maybe that's what it is with the religious folk. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. And if it is not what it is, then who is this deity you speak of? So many of us would like to know. How you doing, Twitch viewer? How you doing, Twitch? Appreciate you coming and joining the show, Twitch. I'm shouting out to the Twitch viewers right now. Appreciate y'all coming to the show. So who is this deity that we conform to and come, saying, and confide in every day when we pray? Because see, we have so many so-called deities, but a lot, but one main religion, as far as Christianity is concerned, always tend to say that there is only one true God. He is the king over all the other religious gods. So if there's only one true God and he or she or it is the king over all these gods, then why continue to say that there are no other gods? Because that's also been said from a lot of religious believers, that there are no other gods. In your Bible, it talks about that there are no other gods before your God. Your God is the only one, the truth, and the light. Let me look that up, y'all. Let me pull that verse up, y'all, because see, let me pull that verse up because for some reason, that's what I'm saying, that's what's been going on with all this religion and stuff that's going on, y'all. All these over there, there's no other God, as there's only one God. God is God of the whole world, of the universe. Okay, let's pull up that verse, and then we'll pull up the verse where it says, "For we are gods," and I think that's in Psalms. And then we'll pull up the other verse where in Revelation, where it talks about how this all supreme knowing God was surrounded by 24 elder gods. And a lot of Christians would say, okay, well, they're talking about the 7 churches. Oh, come on, man. that sounds like bullshit to me. Okay, but let's pull up these verses, y'all. Let's pull up these verses real quick. Okay, y'all give me a moment. Let me pull these verses up because I want y'all to get this knowledge. I want y'all to get this word. All right. So, what we're gonna look up first? We're gonna look up where in the verse where it says, "There is no other God." Okay. Not a fast typer, so don't y'all talk about me. Um. Okay. All right. So we're gonna pull this verse up real quick, and we're gonna get to this real quick here. Okay, so right here, hold on a second. I want to make sure I get it. Okay, so pretty much Deuteronomy 20, Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 2. And we got chapter 5, verse 6. So let's click on this here. Okay. Let's click on here. We're gonna go to the New King James Version. All right. All right. So right here, let me share my screen. I'm going to share my screen so that y'all can get it. So that y'all can get it. All right. Hold on a second, y'all. I want to pull up the other ones for y'all so y'all can also get it. LaShawn Williams, you say rise with power. And I will. And that's what I'm doing right now, sister. I'm rising with all this power of this information and this knowledge. So don't take what I'm doing, sister, as me throwing any shots or being, negligent to whatever you may believe. Okay. All right. But oh, okay. I'm sorry. Didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I got you, sister. Welcome, sister. Welcome, sister. But yeah. So I'm going to pull up this verse. Thanks for coming, sister. Thanks for coming. So I'm going to pull up this verse, for the viewers that are watching on YouTube, and for the viewers that are watching on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter. I appreciate everybody for coming out today to this broadcast. Thank y'all so much. Continue to come and and get this knowledge and this information. All right. So y'all also be looking out for a new guest that will be coming on the show next week. Okay, this sister is very intelligent. All right. So y'all be looking out for her. She in the comments. I'm talking about her. All right. So let's look up this other verse. Okay. So we already got the verse we found in the Bible about that there is no other God. Okay. So let's look up this other verse. All right. All right. So God is. All right. So here we go. So we got this verse right here where it says God is within us, which would be Luke 17, chapter 17, verse 21. It talks about how God and the kingdom of heaven is within you. All right. Because see, I just want to jot down and put these verses out, y'all. Okay. So that y'all can see where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about when we talk about who is God, when we're referring to this. All right. So hold on a second. Let me go back. We're gonna go to the we're gonna use the King James version. If I can find it, because it's having a okay. Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff, y'all. We're gonna try to get this in. All right. Okay, so we got that verse. Now I'm gonna pull up the next verse, everybody, so that y'all can see where it says how God was surrounded by 24 elder gods. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get that verse up in here. And and a lot of our Christians and a lot of our religious folk always say, well, they're talking about the 7 churches, and I'm like, okay, well, how is that so? If it says directly that this God was surrounded by 24 elder gods. Well, let's get that verse Let's get that verse in here. The 24 elders, and that's in the book of Revelations. Everybody, that's in the book of Revelations. So right here, Revelations 4:4. Okay, 4:4. And let me look up one more, y'all, where it talks about for we are gods. Okay, and that's in Psalms. I don't quite remember the verse, but we're gonna find it. All right. So, for we are gods in the Bible, and I'm using the Bible to, you know what I'm saying? I'm using the Bible for this. So this is Psalms 82:6. Okay, Psalms 82:6. All right. Okay. So, okay, I'm trying to pull this up here. Okay. So according to Psalms 82:6, we are gods. Right, y'all? Isn't that technically true? All right. Now, let's go to this verse first. Let me share my screen so that y'all can actually get this information right here. Now, remember when I said this. Let me blow that up so y'all can get this. Now, I said right here on the screen, it says, thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Yeah, this that work. This that work. So it says here, now this is pertaining, everybody, to the very title at hand. Who is God? Okay, I want y'all to pay close attention to this. Okay, who is God? So we're gonna hit this first scripture, Isaiah 44:6-8. It says, "Thus said the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first, I am the last. Besides me, there is no God." Okay? Let's work this out right here. I'm going to light it up for y'all. What did I say? What does that say, y'all? It says, besides me, there is no God. I don't hear you. Come on, Christians. Come on, Christians. Besides me, there is no God. Really? Really? But God is within us, right? And we believe God to be a spirit that is within us, which would make us a God, which would make us created in this God's own image, which would also still in return make us a God. So, but here it says, Isaiah 44:6-8, there is no God but this God, but this deity. Wouldn't that be a contradiction? Let me finish reading it. And who can proclaim as I do? Then let him declare it and see it in order for me. Since I appointed the ancient people and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show these to them. Do not fear, nor be afraid. Have I not told you from that time and declared it? You are my witnesses. Is there a God besides me? Indeed, there is no other rock. I know not one. Really? Okay. Okay. Now that's a huge contradiction. Hold on a second. And now let's jump to this verse right here. To pretty much jump back on this verse, there is no God, right? But it says here in your Bible, Psalms 82:6. Psalms 82:6. Here we go. Let me pull this up. All right, Psalms 82:6, it says, I said, you are gods. You are all sons of the Most High. Let me highlight that. And isn't the Most High the very God that a lot of you serve? Isn't the Most High the very God that most people in the world serve? But your God but your God clearly states in Isaiah 44, 6 and 8 that there is no other God besides him, he, she, or it. There is no other God. I know not one. Whoever it is, declare it. Well, I'm declaring it. And it's right here, and it says it right here in the very Bible that same verse in Isaiah is in. Contradiction. But then people will say, well, I don't think you understand it, Tony. I don't think you get it. That's not what that means. But doesn't your Bible say, do not change or put anything or add in the Bible? Isn't the Bible read for what it truly is? How can we read things into context, but we continue to read it for our own understanding and teach it to the people instead of just reading the Bible for what it truly is, for what it says? It says here in Psalms 82 and 6, I say you are gods. I say you are gods. But your God, in Isaiah 44, 6 and 8 says, there is no other God. It's just him. She, it. There is no other God. I know not one besides me. Wow. Wow. Then we got Revelations chapter 4, verse 4. Right here it says, surrounding the throne were 24 other thrones, and seated on them were 24 elders. They were dressed in white and had crowns of gold on their heads. So, could we claim that the 24 elders were gods surrounding this so-called deity? Which means if they are elders, which means exactly what it says, elder. And doesn't elder clearly mean before? Before you, before me, before all of us. My elder is my grandmother. My elder is my grandfather. My elder is someone that was here before a time I was here. So if this God was surrounded by 24 elders, that means these elders more than likely was before this so-called powerful being. It's kind of like they just passed the crown to this nigga. We got some crowns and some royalty and some Roman and Greek shit going on in here, y'all. I'm sorry, because this is all, I'm sorry, y'all, but what I just read from this verse here, this is all Greek and Roman literacy right here, y'all. This is Greek and Roman text right here. If y'all don't see the Greek and Roman text in this, I don't know what to tell y'all. Wow. Surrounded by 24 elders. Remember that. So anything or anyone that is your elder and you are surrounded by these elders, that means these are the ones that you look up to, you respect, that you know what I'm saying, have discipline, you know what I mean? These are the people that are before your time, before your reign. And I don't want to lose y'all, but where I'm going with this once again is that this verse, Isaiah 44, 6 and 8, is a lie. It is a lie. Okay? Because if this verse were true, then why do we have this verse? Psalms 82 and 6, where it clearly states that this so God declared us to be gods. But here in Isaiah, it says that and who can proclaim as I do, then let him declare it and set it in order for me. So I'm declaring it for the simple fact it says it here in the Bible. The Bible clearly stated that we were gods. That's exactly what it stated. Exactly how it's read. So I'm declaring it to this God in the Bible. I'm declaring it. And I'm declaring it for the simple fact that this God in the Bible, or this Jesus, or this Lord, as y'all would put it, declared it for us. Named us gods, gave us this title. Your Bible states this. And then we have this verse where obviously there were gods before this God that you are serving, because they were named elders in the Bible. The book is what it says, man. Okay? The book is what it says. You can argue with me all day and debate me all day on this. The book is what it says. Read the information for what it says, people. And then we have how people believe that God is within us, correct? So that would make us a God in so many ways. So it says here, Luke chapter 17:21. Then came these striking words, neither shall they say, lo here, or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. And these are the words that this supposed Jesus had gave voice to a teaching that is universal and timeless. These are words that this Jesus spoke about in this Bible. Another piece of proof that if God is within us, doesn't that make us gods? I'm glad I put all these verses up here. But right here, it says there are no other gods. It says there are no other gods. That is strange. Let's give a moment of silence for this proof. I just dropped a bomb on y'all ass. Boom! Ha! Moment of silence on that one. Yeah. Short little moment of silence. I just dropped a bomb on all you religious folk, all you Christians, all you Muslims, all of y'all. Because you believe in a unpresent deity, when the whole time the very Bible you teach and preach out of explains how we are gods, how God is within us, which makes us God. Let's read it with common sense, folks. But your God contradicts himself and says that we are not gods. Your God contradicts himself. This is exactly what your God does. Brother Black Power, what's good? Welcome back, brother. But this is exactly what your God does. Your God contradicts him, he, or itself and says there is no other God. Are you good, brother? You good, brother? Okay. Now, your God contradicts itself in the Bible, Isaiah 44, 6 and 8, and says there is no God. And if there is, let him declare it. So I declare it because Psalms 82 and 6 says that I'm a God. I declare it. And a lot of religious folk, are you challenging God? No. I'm pretty much going by what your God and your Bible said. Declare this if you are God. So your God is, and I'm going to say it like this: your God in the Bible is full of shit. It says it right here, Psalms 82. I say you are gods. You are all children of the Most High. Okay. And right here in Revelations 4 and 4, it says that this God was surrounded by 24 elders. They were dressed in white and had crowns of gold in their heads, which means if there are 24 elders surrounding this deity, doesn't elder mean someone that has been before you or something that is before you? An elder can't be my children. I am the elder of my children. I am before them. So that means that this so-called God is not the first and the last. Let's be real now. Let's be real now. Let's read it for what it is. And I know you ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but hey, it is what it is. And then it says here in this verse, Luke 17:21, it says here, behold, the kingdom of God is within you. And then a lot of y'all talk about spirit. So that means, if that's the case, in concordance of spirit, that means breath. So that means when I look in the mirror, I see God. But your God is saying there is no other God and claim it. Really? So who is God? Who is God? And I just proved to you with your own damn book, folks. Brother Black Power, what's good? Welcome back, brother.
Well, thank you, brother. I don't know what's going on as far as I'm hearing you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's staticky, man. Very staticky. Very squeaky. It's like I'm talking to a real skinny person. So I don't know what's going on. But I don't know if it's on my end, your end, or what. But I can hear you. But I'm like I said, it's just it's sounding not right. But it's all good.
Okay, but you can hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. It's just a signal, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's the internet and the StreamYard and everything else. It's just a signal. And then, I read an article on what's going on lately. It's because there's so much traffic with the network, and that's why everybody been having issues. So we just gotta deal with it the best way we can until they give a fresh signal or try to clear it up for us.
Okay.
All right. So everybody, I want y'all to welcome back Brother Black Power to the show. All right. And he gonna touch on this topic on who is God. Now, Brother Black Power, I was just going in on pretty much proving who God was with using, of course, their Bible, the religious folks' Bible. I used Psalms 82 and 6. I used Revelations 4 and 4, Isaiah 44, 6 and 8, and I used Luke 17 and 21. Pretty much using those references, Brother Black Power, in the Bible to prove not only are we gods, but the very God in the Bible contradicts himself and says that there are no other gods. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was going on about. But that's why I was like telling everybody I dropped a bomb on y'all ass, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some hateful emails later. Just proved it. But they're not gonna take it anyway. Oh, that's not what that means. So what the hell are we reading then? If we're not reading it for what it says.
Right.
But Black Power, welcome back to the show, brother. Touch on that topic, brother. Who is God? Who is God, brother?
Well, I have no idea who God is. Like nobody else that's a human being has idea who God is. I mean, like I say, we can show and prove far as we can get We can get these believers in the building, the Muslims, the Hebrews, um, the Nubians, Christians. They all say God is different. They all got a different name for this God. And that shows that we don't know who God is right there. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. And we have to understand that as human beings, that we've been, we have really, really been taught against ourselves to focus on this guy. I don't know why he got to come over here with this motorcycle. But anyway, we need to really focus on who we've been taught by. You know, we need to really think about who we've been taught by of who God is. You know what I'm saying? And we have to come to the realization that we don't know this information. This information is nowhere on this planet. Probably right now we can't find it, but as the human being graduate from God to man, we on our way of finding it. But as long as we stand stuck with the concept of these gods and we're gods and goddesses, but we can't evolve. I think God is about evolving. If it is a God, it's about evolving. It's not being stagnated like we are. And like I said, the human being, we don't know. We taking shots at it. He's Allah, who's God. He's Allah's God, or the Most High is God. But we want to know who gave you that information. And you're going to say another man gave you the information. So, Nana, Nana. Plugs in. But anyway, is my mic muted?
Yeah, I had to mute you because you had
Oh, my bad,
you
my
was
bad.
talking to somebody.
Yeah,
You
so
see that comment right there, brother? You see that comment on the screen? It
it's
says here, Sister LaShawn Williams says, before 2022, years ago, there was no such word as God,
yeah.
as a God.
Well, this is I agree to the sister to a degree because I know one thing we can do this as human beings. The further we get back to the beginning of time, this thing called life, Earth, the closer we get to the beginning, three things disappear off this earth. One of them is God. That the closer we get back to the beginning, we just wasn't moving like that. The second thing disappears religion, and the third is disappear off the planet Earth is white people. Closer we get to the beginning of time. Okay, we just wasn't moving with these things. And we go to the Bible. The Bible tells you, God created Adam in the beginning. Then this flood came about, and so that flood was put into the game to wash away our history. So we have to start with God. And these religious people love to do that. But you don't want to take the time to think about what really, really happened. Okay, family? We got to really think about things. And that's something that we are not today, critical thinkers. We're not critical thinkers. We have been taught to think and believe certain things, and that's what we do. It's like, come on, family. This is not a puzzle. It's not like we can't figure these things out. We can. Once we get back into our rightful self of what? We running the show. The human being. Okay, we're running this. Ain't nobody running this. Ain't no God got you. How long we been waiting on God as black people to come back to fix our problems? We've been waiting for a long, let's just go biblical time, 6,000 plus years. We've been waiting on this dude to come back to fix us. And we have the power within ourselves to fix us.
Hey, brother, you want to touch on this comment right here by Sister LaShawn Williams? She says, Ra is the only God I have experienced outside of myself.
Well, that's the way she feels. She can feel that. We got a lot of brothers that's connected to Ra, the ancient Kemites. I deal with them briefly. I deal with them very lightly. I don't go crazy with that teaching. I don't study that all like that because I'm taught about the here and now, right now. And I'm looking at Ra, Allah, Jesus, Muhammad, the Most High, David, All these dudes, none of them, none of them has died for black people. None of them has did the ultimate sacrifice that you can do to show a people that you love them. None of these gods, none of these prophets have given their lives for black people, right? None of them. Only our people, our Malcolm X's and Dr. Martin Luther King's and so forth and so on. Only black people that did the ultimate sacrifice and gave their life so we can live free. But here we are, depending upon Ra, Allah, Jesus, Muhammad, the Most High, and none of these dudes have gave their life for you.
Well, brother Black Power. What? Let me ask you. Let me ask you something, brother. What do you say to people like myself and others that believe that, as far as the topic, who is God, that believe that they are God, and believe that when they look in the mirror every day, that they see God because they are God. For we are gods, and also because we know thyself. We
But
know ourselves.
but see, it's like this. See, it's something that we don't think about, black people. We sit up here and say what? Energy. It never dies. There's no beginning to energy. There's no ending to energy. This is what we say. And then we say we're gods and goddesses. Wait a minute. You just told us that you're energy, but you forgot to tell us that God created you. I thought energy didn't have a beginning. Energy can't be created. Energy can't die. One day we gonna die. See? But see, we've been trapped and deep and pushed into this graveyard so deep about the God concept, we can't find our way out of it. You think you coming on the way out of it, oh, I'm a God. See, I don't want to be a God anymore. I probably was once a God, but I graduated from that and became man. See? I got out of God because God is not cool. If you really think about it, I see y'all talking about gods and all this, your gods. God ain't cool, family. God is a selfish being. He's a jealous being. And you know what comes along with jealousy? Insecurities. See, I don't want to be God. I'm tired of being God because I'm tired of getting whooped on. All these gods on the planet today, we don't know what the fuck is going on. But guess what? That man I'm talking about, I graduated to, we're starting to come into the understanding of a lot of things. But you can't come into the understanding of things when you keep holding on to a God concept because that concept was designed to take you away from yourself. Look what we do, family. We thank God every day, don't we? We on our knees begging God every day, right?
But
This
brother
is what
Black Power, brother Black Power, wouldn't you? Okay, well, could you agree to, what I'm saying, to knowing thyself? The concept of self can be agreed upon. Why the word God can be proclaimed because by the concept of knowing thyself.
I mean, well, we can go to a degree with that as far as we can call ourselves God. I just choose not to anymore.
Mm.
Yes, black people, we can call yourself a God and goddesses, but just don't get stuck there. Because it's all about learning when you come to this earth. Okay? We all know that. That foundation of learning is that black chalkboard in that school we go into. When we go into that classroom, it's a black chalkboard in there. That's the foundation. That's what we here to do is learn and elevate and never stop. We got to get rid of the terms of I'm a grown man, I'm a grown woman. See, when you take that term up, I'm grown, you're telling the people that you are through growing. I will forever stay teachable. Okay? I will never think I got it all. I'm going to stay teachable. And I like that saying they came up with. You can learn a lot from a dummy. And I think this is what black people need to start doing. I mean, because we take, I kind of, this God stuff is just really bothering me because when we sit up here and make statements like that, we're gods. We're God. How come you don't remember when you was in your mother's stomach? If you're God, nobody remember that. We don't remember when we was in there. We don't remember when we came out. So this is what I'm saying. It's like we got to grow out of the God concept, family, black people, because I think the God concept was put together by the enemy to keep us stagnated and at each other's throat. That's what it's all about. And we got to get rid of that. We're doing way much better without a God. Look at the world we living on. Look at ancient Kemet. She say something about Ra, right? And we go beyond ancient Kemet. We go to Nubia. They were here before Kemet. We can go to Uganda. They were here before Kemet. See? These were people, great builders, without God. No assistance from God. I don't even think it was a Bible on the planet at that time of Uganda or Nubia. Wasn't no Bible, Qurans and shit around. Wasn't none of that shit here. Them folks ain't nothing told us we were gods at all. I don't understand that. Them folks ain't never told us that we are gods at all. Well, no, I didn't say they said that. But you know, this is the term today. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1,000 years ago, this is what they taught us. They've been teaching us God, 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 God. Everything is God. And we need to get up off our knees, like our ancestors told us, and stop depending upon God when you can do everything yourself. We have that power, family. We have that power to do for ourselves. And we got to realize that these people then really fucked us up with the God concept.
So, brother Black Power, are you saying that the God concept is the reason why people have taken shelter and calling themselves gods?
Yeah, the God concept, yeah, that comes from that. This is why black people are really taking up these titles like we are gods. And I don't, like I say, man, just don't stay too much. Don't stay there too long, family. Go do what you got to do. Say what you got to say. Think what you got to think, man, and get up out of there, man, and keep evolving. Just keep evolving, man. This is all I can tell the people today. We got to keep evolving because this is the only way we're going to really find ourselves, man. Because that's what it's about. It's about learning who we are. That's what our ancestors told us. Know thyself. This is what we're trying to do today. But some of us get to God and still say, know thyself. You haven't found it yet, right? Okay, then let's keep evolving, family. Got to keep moving towards the goal.
This sister says that when I began to find the God within, I increased and I stand on my feet.
Oh, that's what you say. When I began to find the God within, I increased and I stand on my feet.
Yes.
Okay, well, that might be true to a degree too, you know. But like I say, sister, we all have to graduate from God. We all have to get away from that. It's a must that we do because this is how we're going to save ourselves. It's the only way we're going to save ourselves. I really feel that I stand firm on that. As far as black people go, I think this God concept was put together to destroy us, to separate us. As you can see, the God concept is doing a beautiful job of keeping black people divided. The Hebrews, the Moors, the Muslims, the Christians,
But,
beautiful.
but brother Black Power, you don't think that what I'm saying, the God concept can pretty much just be used for some just to show superiority of self?
I get, yeah, you know what, right now to me, brother, we need anything to help us get out of the condition we in mentally. Anything should work for us. But see, we don't hear white people calling themselves gods. We never hear that. We don't hear them calling themselves devils either, because they graduated from that. They not on that. They not on that shit no more. I don't think they never were, to be honest. They graduated. They moving forward in life, man. They don't have time to be waiting on. I mean, not waiting, but sitting here talking about I'm a god. But black people, we need all the help we can get right now, though, family. We really do. Now, if that's going to help you, get that superiority, like, I'm God. Okay, no power to you. But all I'm saying, black people, we got to know how to, you know, keep moving forward and not just get stuck here, man. Because that shit will hurt us, man. As you can see,
But you
we
know
are
what,
hurt.
brother, brother Black Power.
Go ahead.
And as far as the word God or God concept, you know, me personally, I look to myself as a God because of me knowing myself within myself, knowing my limitations. Because at the end of the day, of course, yeah, we're still humans. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I'm immortal because I'm not, because we all die. You know what I mean? But the concept of the God concept, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't, I mean, it hadn't been around, what I'm saying, like that. But we already know the God concept came from the Greeks and the Romans. So, I think that us as people, as African, kings and queens, we pretty much use the word, saying in another form of a concept to pretty much show our superiority and to pretty much show that we are the ones that are the true rulers of the
Right,
world. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So by knowing thyself, we also know our limits. And then also we have the power to influence others to also know that themselves and know their limits. So I think for me, the God concept is for superiority and to also help influence those to also accept themselves as being superior in their skin, you know. So that's what it is for me though, brother. You know.
Well, that's like I say, brother, that's all good. You know what I'm saying? Black people, anything that's gonna help black people, get up off their knees and stand firm and fight for self, I'm with it, bro. I rock with it, bro. Anything that's gonna help us get by this shit, man. And like I say, we all see what's been going on through history.
Shout
We
out to
all
J Mo,
we
brother Black Power. Shout out to J Mo. What's good, J Mo? My Karu. What's good? He right there in the comments. He say he
what's
say what's
good, Black Power.
yeah.
Shout out to Tony the Real. Jay.
What's
Oh,
good,
what's up,
brother?
boy? Yo, that's Jay, boy. What's up, brother? Black Power, brother. Yeah, Black Power.
What's
So yeah,
good, brother?
family. It's anything that's gonna help us evolve. I'm with it, man. Let's rock with it, family. Anything gonna help you, let the world know that you are the one, black woman, black man. I'm with you. I'm with you. But like I say, throughout history, we've been looking at this, and we've been lied to, we've been tricked, and we've been bamboozled, man. Like Brother Malcolm told us, man. And it's time for us to really start looking at these things, the things that these people then gave us. Malcolm started looking at it. He was on his way out of Islam in the Ballad of the Beast speech in 1963, when he told us, "Look, I come to you as a Muslim today, and my religion is Islam. But today, I'm leaving that at home and put it in the closet." See, Muslims don't speak that way. A Muslim don't speak that way. A Muslim gonna tell you only thing that exists is Allah. That's it. Malcolm just told you it didn't to him. Not that day. Like, I'm leaving that in the closet, and I'm gonna deal with these black issues. Dr. Khalid Muhammad on his way out of Islam. He was on his way out of there. And you want to talk about our people believing in God? Yes, we did. Because at that time, that's all we had. They all started us off with this. The enemy came to the planet. He saw something. He focused in on that. He keyed on. He listened. He learned, and he conquered. How I'm gonna get these people? I gotta get them with this God concept. I gotta get them on a God concept. And I got to trick these people to let them know that they will never be able to see this God. This God is too powerful for them to look at. And guess what? We done took like hook, line, and sinker, family. we will tell you quick, flash, in a hurry. Can't nobody look at God because they gonna die, or we're God, but we can't look at God. See what I'm saying? So it's all these people know what they doing, man. They know what they doing, and yes, brother Tony the God, they're dealing with the most powerful people on the planet. Now, if you ask me how did we lose our position, I don't know, brother. I mean, I got to do more thinking, more meditation. How the hell did we allow these white people to dominate us here, and we was here way before them? And then on top of that, we supposed to be the gods of the earth. So I don't know, brother. But go ahead, brother Tony.
And yeah, and another thing, also, I want to say, brother, Black Power, as far as I'm gonna include myself again, myself and others, we don't use the God concept like like the Europeans and the Greeks did. We use the God concept as as knowing our perfect self within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We use it as far as superiority and influence. Once again, you know, it's like when you're in tune with that frequency, with all that energy within you. You know what I mean? That that you have, that saying when you also recognize the limitations that you have. As far as your, is you accepting the fact that you are a superior being, and you know that who and what you're more superior than. It's kind of like just being in tune with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just being in tune with yourself, not using the God concept like the Bible and all those other religions, but just being more in tune with yourself. Because I believe every day when I wake up and I walk out my door that I'm going to succeed in what I'm doing. And I don't rely on no religious God. It's because I know myself well enough to know that once again, I have limits, but I also have power to construct and I have influence. So, that's for me and for anyone else that can relate. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. So as far as that outside concept that you're talking about, brother, fuck that shit. I'm with you on that. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
That's right.
So I got another question. I got a few questions. I wrote down all my questions for you, brother. So let me get it.
Okay.
So my next question, brother, would be when we say who is God, brother. When we say who is God, how can we define? How can we define the very notion of trying to actually just figure that out, or is that just a rhetorical question?
I can barely hear you, brother Tony. I
Can
really
you
can,
can
man.
you hear me? Can you hear me
Cause
now?
yeah, I can hear you, but I'm barely hearing you. Cause it's talking like, I mean, like I said, like one of them cartoons, man. And
You're
I
welcome,
can't.
sister. Okay, can you hear me now, brother?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we ask the question, who is God? How can we define who is God if no one is really accepting of this so-called omniscient, omnipresent God? Like, how can we define this in all actuality? Who is God? Do we look to ourselves, or do we really need to look outside of ourselves to something omniscient and omnipresent?
Well, I think it's both. We need to look within, and we need to go out. Because I mean, it's like this. I'm not saying that this is a God, but I know it's something higher than us. Okay, something higher than a human being, right? What it is, I don't know. I don't have a clue.
Shit, would
Okay.
you say it's a damn extra?
Yeah, so I got to look at it both ways. We got to look within and out, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think what we got to do is just keep evolving, keep growing until we find out these things. Because it was once upon a time on this planet, the human being didn't know a lot of things until we kept moving forward. And then we started getting information to be factual, and we start finding out a lot of things. And that's what I think right now. It's just probably not our time right now to see what we need to see. Right, it's just not there for us just yet. Well, we just got to keep moving forward, keep growing, and I think it'll come. It'll come, especially looking
So
within self.
okay, brother. So what I like you to do, bro, what I like you to do right now, brother, I like you to can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, but it's very difficult, Tony. I'm telling you. I wish
Okay.
you could hear. Ooh, wee. Go
What
ahead,
about
bro.
now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's the same voice. It's a
Okay.
squeaky little voice. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
the
like a chipmunk.
yeah, like a chipmunk. Exactly, just like that.
I hope you can hear me. Well, I was gonna ask you to do something real quick. So for a moment, brother, I'd like you to pretty much teach for a moment and give the viewers an insight on where you stand to wake our people up about who is God and this God concept and the Bible. Can you teach on that
Well,
for a minute, bro?
what I'm about basically, family, is uh getting black people away from the God concept, getting my black people away from religion, as we can see that this is keeping us divided. We must become one people, and I think the only thing going to make that happen. Well, I know the only thing that's going to make that happen for us is Black Power under the Black Panthers. Okay, we got a lot of so-called Black Power, but it's not. It's watered down. It's not revolution. So that's what I'm about. I'm about getting people, my black people, away from these concepts of God, religion, because we can see with our own two eyes. And a lot of our believers don't want to look at it, but we can see it's dividing us. Okay. First of all, you're dealing with a God concept, a God that you never met before. Nobody ever met God. Okay, so we have to go on what? Belief. And we know belief means you don't know. So we got to just stop right there and focus on that and say, wait a minute, man, something ain't right here. And then this God concept is keeping us divided. That's what the Israelite guys say. Do not deal with the African. That's what the Muslim guys say. Do not take Christians and Jews for friends. I mean, I got black friends, and some of them is Christians, and some of them are Jews. So what are you talking about? Don't take these black people for friends. You know, so it's all about separating, conquering, and dividing, so we won't do what we need to do as a people. Come together like this, right? Because as you can see, there's nothing interrupting that ranks. This is separation. This is oneness. That's oneness, and we ready to defend whatever we have to do by any means necessary. So it's very obvious, people, that something is going on that shouldn't be going on with these God concepts, with this belief shit when it comes to black people. Something ain't right.
So, brother Black Power, you remember when you said that, when you broke down the reason why you called yourself Black Power is because if people
Mm-hmm.
believe that God is black and God is power, Black Power. That's why you call yourself Black Power. So,
Well,
you know,
that's one.
right. So for my better and inner overstanding, were you using the concept of God then, just to explain the breakdown of your name, or were you just giving, just a small, simple analogy of what your name meant?
Yeah, I was just trying to let black people know, you know what I'm saying, that they need to start thinking critically. You claim you got a problem with black power, the majority of black people, but you claim your God is black, your God is powerful. You shouldn't have a problem with black power then, if that's your God, because all the well, I don't know about the Moors, but the Christians, the uh, the Muslims, and the Hebrews, they all claim that their God is black and He's powerful. But you have a problem of throwing up a black fist saying black power, and y'all gotta look at it like that. You can't run from that, believers. You can't run from that. You got to learn how to deal with your reality. Something that these people that taught you about God haven't taught you to do. Believers, you don't like to deal with reality. You like to just continue to be a believer. You want to be a robot. You want to be programmed. And that's what they do to you with these belief systems. Every time y'all, and you notice, believer, every time we ask you questions, what do y'all do? You want to take me all the way to Texas, Louisiana, California, Maryland, and then come back and try to answer the question, but you still haven't answered the question.
Well, right here in the comment, right here, brother, Sister LaShawn, I say she rocking with us. She ain't with nowhere. She rocking with us. She says Christians do not claim a black God at all. Would you like to touch on that, brother?
Well, some Christians, they do claim God is black. You got African church here where I'm in California. Tell you straight up, God is black. Okay, and you're right though, sister. There's some people that's Christians will tell you no, God don't have a color. God is a spirit. You're right, but we got to even look at that. What do a spirit look like? Why come you can't tell us what a spirit look like? If you can't tell us what a spirit look like, why are you calling God a spirit? That's what you're telling us. You don't know what you're talking about when you say God is a spirit. You've never seen spirit, so you
And
can't
we,
keep y'all
mhm.
can't keep having it both ways. Christians and that's the believers. I'm just gonna call y'all believers. You can't keep having it both ways. What is God? Is he a spirit? Because if he is, you can't see it. Is he man? Is he flesh and bones? Because a lot of Christians believe Jesus Christ was God in the flesh. In the beginning, the word was with God and it became flesh and all that kind of stuff. Now, that's one people, with all due respect to the Christians, I would definitely not go to you and ask you who is God. Because y'all very too confusing with this God concept. You got one God coming into three and three into one, and I'm cool. I'd rather deal with the other two believers, the Hebrews and the Muslims, about who is God. Because y'all the most out of all these religions on the planet are the believers. The Christians is the most confused. Y'all the ones that really got it twisted up pretty bad. So all I'm saying is, we gotta understand something is not right when it comes to this stuff called religion, ways of life, God, and these prophets. Something ain't right.
Brother Black Power. Now look, I didn't want to I didn't want to take you there to do this, but I actually want you, brother. I actually want you, brother, to pretty much, explain how, because I know this is your field on this one. You know what I'm saying? And this may be, I guess, a little off topic, but I don't feel it will be because it's gonna pertain to the topic itself. This is your field right here, brother. How does the story of the garden and the snake compare to who is God? Come on, brother. I want you to go in on that one.
Okay, well, that thing is, we need to really stop and focus on this. In the beginning, the word and the word was God and the word was with God, but study the revealed truth. Okay. Well, anyway, this serpent was the most craftiest, the most intelligent thing God created, according to the Bible. And let me clear this up before I go in on this, because I don't deal with God. And the only reason I go into this book is for the sake of the people, because this is where the majority of my people are at. We're stuck in a book called the Bible. And I like to go deal with the Bible because I want to find things that y'all missed, like what we're about to talk about. Y'all missed this serpent about the devil and the serpent, Eve. Okay, this serpent went and talked to Eve and told her, "Why you not eating?" And she said, "Because God said if we eat, we gonna die." He said, "You're not gonna die."
Hold on a second, brother Black Power. Hold on a second, brother.
Go ahead.
Sister LaShawn Williams, I see you say you need a mic. Well, at the end of the show, sister, Brother Black Power will still be here with us, and I'll put a link in the chat, sister, where you can come up and ask this brother some questions. You on fire in the chat
You can
today.
let her up right now. You can let her up right
Oh,
now, brother.
oh, okay. He said I can let you up right now. Would you like to come up, sister, and speak to this brother? Would you like to come up, Sister LaShawn Williams, and speak to this brother? He say I can let you up right now. Okay, cool. Would you like to come up, sister? If so, I'm gonna put the link in the chat uh right now. And you're welcome to come up to converse with this brother. So hit that YouTube link right there in the chat, sister, and come on up. Put your name in the queue and hit join studio, and then I'll add you to the live stream, sister. Come on up, sister. Come on up. Go ahead and continue, brother.
Yeah. So when the serpent went on to talk to Eve, a lot of people think that the devil lied, and he actually did not lie. I mean, we got a book. We can go to John chapter, I think it's chapter 8, verse 44 and 45, where Jesus claimed that you know there's no truth in the devil. He's a liar he's a murderer from the beginning, and he don't stand on truth.
All right, all right.
All right, how
Hey,
you
I
how
doing,
you
figured it
doing,
sister?
out. I figured it out.
sister? How you doing, sister?
I'm
How you
good. How
doing?
are you? How are
I
How
you?
see
you
you
doing?
in the chat. You was on fire. You like, Lord, I need a
Man, I'm about to pass out. I'm like, no, not this one right here. Got to.
Yeah, yeah. So you up here and you can go ahead and converse with this brother about what you want
Oh,
to talk to him
so
about.
I'm basically waiting for his interpretation of the story of the serpent and the Garden of Eden.
Okay, so let me go ahead and finish on that. Uh, well, he asked Eve to eat, and she did. She said no. God said we can't touch the tree, and but then the devil say what God knows is that your eyes will be open and you will become like God. And now a lot of people think the devil was lying when he said that. That was straight truth. Now let's see if it was truth according to God Himself, because God said in Genesis chapter 3, verse 22, now that man has become like one of us. That's exactly what the devil told Eve. So that's not a lie. That's the truth. That's not a lie. Not according to God. So we got to really look at that story, and we got to understand something. A lot of us was trained to think the devil is against us, like the lying Jesus Christ did on the devil. He lied on the devil in John chapter 8, verse 44 and 45. That the truth is not in the devil. He don't stand in truth. And he was the murderer from the beginning. Number one, Jesus, you can't show us nowhere in the Bible, in the beginning of the Bible, where the devil killed one person. Number one, that's a lie. He didn't kill nobody in the beginning. And number two, when you say there's no truth in him, he just told us the truth. Isn't he the first one that told the human being that we have the ability to be God? We didn't hear that from nobody but who? The devil. And then we heard it from Jesus Christ in the book of Psalms. And then we heard it from God Himself in that order. Okay. So I don't know what Jesus is talking about. I don't know why he lying on that man. But maybe it's because black people has been trained to always blame things on other people. We don't like to be responsible for our mess ups. The things that we do, that's on us. We love to blame the devil. The devil made me do it. But what can the devil do? He can't make you do anything. All he can do is whisper to you. Now, once that whisper has been hit your ears, now it's on you to go act on it or leave it alone. So maybe that's why Jesus is blaming the devil that there's no truth in him and that he's a murderer, because you can't show us in the Bible. And we gonna ask you, sister, if you can show us in the Bible where the devil killed anybody in the beginning.
Oh, well, you
If you
that
cannot or can.
that's not a, yeah, that's not a question for me. That's not even my issue. Like I don't even rock with that book like that. Like,
Oh, I
so
can't
my
understand.
first, okay. So you
You know
need me to
what?
slow down?
I hate to cut you off. I hate to cut you off, sis. But Tony, I cannot understand. She's worse than your voice. What is the problem, brother? Tony, you there? Now he didn't froze on me.
He said he could hear you.
Go ahead, sis. I'm gonna try my best to listen to you. Go ahead.
Okay. So my first question is, um are you fluent in the understanding of the Bible? Like, you know the book.
To a degree, to a degree, I don't know everything, sister. I'll be the first one to tell you that. To a degree, I know pretty much of the book.
Okay. So we basically, first, our first fundamental is, we know that the serpent is basically a nickname, like calling somebody brother, or using the N word, such and such. Like, that's basically what the serpent is, right? Because actually, who the serpent actually was another man or a minister,
Okay.
right?
No,
So,
I don't have no information about that. And I'm the type of
uh,
person that when I deal with the Bible, what the Bible tell me, that's what I'm gonna go with.
okay, it's in the Bible, and that's why I'm saying. So you have to study it to actually know it, as opposed to reading it. You know where the scripture says, line upon line, precept upon precept. So in study, you go back, as for instance, there are times when we are referred to as children, and then there are times when we are referred to as trees. So the devil has been called, he's been called a dragon. He's been called a snake. So he has quite a few names. So in reference to being called a serpent, and this is just it is just another metaphor, per se. But if you look further on in, I really wish I had a Bible in front of me. Um, but that's actually who the devil was, or the one they called the serpent was. It was another man.
Mm-hmm.
Again, line upon line, precept upon precept. So as you
Mm-hmm.
could, so there's also, as far as Adam and Eve goes, Adam had a wife before Eve, who was Lilith, which
Mm-hmm.
nobody ever speaks of Lilith. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So this idea of who is God, and us referring to ourselves as God. So being energy, when we come back into this this realm, through from the womb of the mother, baptism by the fluid waters of the mother's womb. So everything is erased at that point. You got to start it all over again. Whatever this realm is, that's the biggest question. Like, what is this realm? Because
Mm-hmm.
what we grow back into is our God self. In my perfect self, I become God. I could still claim me God, because I know that's what it is. But before I understand or accept the idea that I am God and God energy, that's where they took your power. That's where they took our power from us. That's what that book had to do. Like, it had to take God from you, and then they had to put God in your hand. So once they can take God away from you and put it in your hand, that's where all the power is for them. But how you take it back is, you take God out the book, and you replace it and put it back where it was, which is within you. 6 years ago, when I didn't know and I was still finding me, man, according to the church and the scriptures, I was lost. I was constantly failing. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't strong enough. I always needed help, and I had to go outside to get that. But when I let go of that idea, Man, listen, I became and I'm still becoming. Like right now. I'm like today I'm flyer than I was yesterday. And I look a mess right now. You understand? Like
Hmm.
my confidence is here, my understanding is here. I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm still understanding, I'm still expecting,
Well,
I'm still doing.
look, fly sister, for your show next week.
Yep. Oh, now look, you know, been told, you know, told the secret, you know, told the secret. See?
Hey, the people got to know that you coming back, baby. We got to put it out there.
Eh. Oh, no, I don't know, I already did my invites.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know, it's the idea of um Tony explained it perfectly, you know, like it is a lack of accountability when we have to go outside. That's why we can't say, we could always say somebody else made me do it, the devil made me do it, I didn't know how. Just I didn't know how is how we answer those questions. And when we accept accountability and move on with it, that's how we grow. That's how we grow. It's not the constant excuses, because that's what that is. I tell you, you'll never have to believe that I'm God. You don't have to believe that. You see my children, and then you're gonna see the God that I put in them and the God that they're growing into. And the more I do, the more like in my mortal self, I flex on everything I touch on my in my mortal self. And that's only because I accept the God in me. A couple of years ago, I didn't flex, man. I felt like I wasn't supposed to flex because that's what the Bible teaches you. You ain't supposed to flex, man. I'm all of that, all of that. But it's a beautiful thing. Black Power, I want you to know I'm absolutely honored to meet you, sweetheart. I've been in your room a couple of times. You be having it popping. So don't take this part. You know, it's all love.
And you know, and I'm looking at you. We, to a degree, we we speaking the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. It's all about me. But
Right.
where we go wrong at is when you put you with God. See, that's where we go wrong at.
You
You
can't
know,
take me
because
from God, though. You
I
can't take
mean,
me from God.
there's no God. See, that's the whole thing about it. You know,
Okay.
we don't know, we don't know if we possess God or not. We don't know these things, right?
So
All we can do is be a human being and fight the way we fight.
so
That's all we can do.
if you stay in that human being level, that's what the folks who gave you the book want you to be, at this human level, so that God is
What?
always above you, and and it is that energy is unreachable. That
Okay,
is
let me
it's
ask
just
you this one
unreachable.
question, sister. One question. Okay. Who taught you about God?
Who taught me about which God? Because the God of the Bible, or you talking about me?
You talking about the God, period. Who taught the human being about a God?
So that's kind of a 22 type, a catch 22 type kind of an answer, right? Because for the how God is defined and how the word is used, we get we are taught about God from the time if you live in a household with parents who have some type of a religious affiliation, then you learn about God that way. So I learned about God that way, but not like most people learn about God that way, because one side of my family is very religious, and the other side maybe not so much.
So how
But
did you learn about God?
how did I learn about me? When I left that other God, who was limited.
Okay. Okay. Now we gonna deal with the other God. The other God. When
Well,
you came out of your when you
I
came
prefer to call him the other dude. I'm sorry, because that's not God to me.
okay, when you came out of your mother's sister, they gave you the knowledge of that God. You didn't have no knowledge of that at all. If they never would have our parents, they we I can't really hold it against them because they thought they were doing a good deed, but they really took us off our path, our course of
Yeah.
ourselves. And when they introduced this other God to us, If they would have
Whew.
never told us anything about that, I don't think we ever would have found out about a God. We would not be having this discussion today. We won't
Right,
even be
because
thinking about these things. So we were taught this. So this was handed down to us. But see, what we
okay,
don't understand is this, sister. Why, if there is a God, why would he teach you, have you taught about him, and you came directly from him?
okay. So to answer that question, like, see, that's still where we're gonna differ because I don't believe in God in that in that sense. I don't.
But but once you did, though, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Once upon a time you did, because they taught you this. And the question
Right.
is, how can they teach you about someone you just came from?
Well, it's not so you got to ask the people. You got to ask the people who taught that. You
Okay,
can't ask the student why the teacher did what
okay.
he
Now
taught.
now that's something for us to think about. Because that don't make any sense at all. I
Okay,
mean,
but it makes
serious.
sense. It makes sense.
Why would God bring you here, right? And he got you to do a mission. He got you to do a mission, but he don't tell you nothing about him. He don't even let you know about him when you come to the planet until someone else come to you and give you this God concept.
Okay, so again, you talking about that God person who somebody's expecting to come back in the clouds in a couple of days or whatever it is. That's not my concept of God. So that's a conversation I can't even have with you. You
Okay.
understand? Because what they taught when I once I saw the flaw with that and I rejected it again, it's like a child in kindergarten. They know their ABCs because you taught them that those are ABCs, but that's not originally how we communicated. I don't
So
understand the hieroglyphs.
so now
You
you
understand what
saying,
I'm saying?
okay, since we can't have a conversation about the spook God, now we're gonna have a conversation about the God within
The God
you.
within me.
Okay. Now, the God within is not dominating nothing because because the human being is always messing up according to that belief system of God. You're always going against that. But it's really not that. You're not going against anything. What a lot of us have failed to realize, we don't have a God within us. What we have, it's called a human nature, to be positive and to be negative. This is what a little devil, you know how they taught us when we was in elementary school and preschool. You got the little devil on your right hand, then you got the little angel on your right, on your left shoulder. See, this is what I'm saying. They dominated us from birth. When we already have a nature to be
Okay.
positive and negative.
All right, right. So to say to talk about you in reference to the God within. So my God within, I found when I left the church, and I started asking when I had questions, I had questions in the church that literally sat ministers down. Okay, and I'm talking when I tell you a bunch of them, they couldn't handle it, and I couldn't handle the fact that they couldn't answer my questions.
Damn, I cannot hear.
So when I left the ministry and I still had those questions, I began to started finding God when I started getting the answers. And the answers didn't come from no ghosts. They came, but they came so God basically being your conscience. It's, so the scripture that says your conscience if your conscience convicted and God is greater. So if my conscience is convicting me and God is greater, and who is my I am my conscience.
There you go. That's what the words you need to start using. It's you. It ain't no God. It ain't no God conscience. It
Listen,
ain't
but
none
you
of that.
wait,
This
wait,
is you, sister. You
listen,
came out of your mother's
but
womb.
you can't stop me from calling myself God. You can't stop me from doing that.
I'm not gonna try to do that. I'm not gonna try to
Yeah,
do
but
that.
you keep
Uh,
saying black folks need to stop using it. Black folks, but if God elevates me past slavery, If God elevates me past servitude, then why can't I say that I'm God? Why?
Because,
Because
sister,
I'm steady growing. Nope,
because you
no, nope. I'm steady growing. I'm steady perfecting me. I'm steady perfecting me.
okay. But let's can we just be real? Let's use common sense. A God is the knower of all things. A God don't have to be taught. A God knows, and you don't know that, sis. You can walk down the wrong street one day, not even knowing it. You can go in the wrong
So,
house one day. You can get in
well,
the wrong car one day. It probably happened to you, right?
well.
Because it's like black people, we're changing very cleverly about this God thing, man.
So
We're fading away. We're
before
fading
I
away from it.
knew, before
We're
I knew me, before I knew me, I made many mistakes. But when then you
okay.
talk about a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other, I have an ancestor on my right shoulder and an ancestor on my left. I don't deal with that. I don't deal with that stuff. There with angels and all the rest
You
of it.
sister, you used to deal with that, and I need y'all to think
But
about
wait,
what I'm.
no, no, no. But you can't make me do what I used to
I
do.
am
I
not
don't do
trying
what
to
I
do
used.
that.
Yeah,
I
you
am
keep
not
trying to tell me what I used to when I didn't
okay.
know better. I used to when I didn't know better. I used
I
to
am not
when
trying to tell
I
you.
did not know better.
I'm not
I
trying to tell
used to.
you. I'm not trying to tell you to do that, sis. All I'm trying to tell you is where this God concept comes from. Please
So
understand that. I'm letting you
I
know that
understand that.
some people got it out for black people. Some people on this planet got it out for
So
us.
wait.
Now
So you
you didn't change from let me say this, and I'm gonna be quiet. You
okay?
didn't change from what? From the spook God to a God within now. But it's still a God. That's just like when people say what? People made up religion and
Okay,
God is the star of the show.
but there
So,
is a
and
difference.
listen, but what I'm saying, sis, people made
Okay,
a religion, God is the star of the show. So that must be made up too, Black Queen. If people made up religion and they all put God as the star of that show, that's got to be made up too. But we don't see these things. Black people, we don't see that the whole God concept comes from somebody who got it in for us.
okay. So there's absent. So if you get into a fight with a guy and he has a knife in his hand, right?
Hmm.
His intent is to wound you with that knife.
Okay.
But if you fighting with this dude and you take his knife from him,
Hmm.
and so now it's your weapon, and you use it however it is that you use it. So you mean to say you gonna throw the knife away and what?
I can barely understand what you're saying because of this the way y'all talking, the voices I'm hearing. But if you're
Oh,
right,
I know
no,
the voices you.
I'm gonna. If he was trying to terminate me, I'm gonna terminate him. If I get the ups on him, no doubt.
Exactly. So, because they've tried to put a God above me, and then I snatched that God out of the sky and pulled him down to my level and then surpassed him. What's the problem that now I want to take his title? He can't be king of the world all the time. I have the right, now that I've surpassed him, I have the right to take his crown. What's the problem? So we gonna nitpick people using the word God. Really? If you calling yourself God is gonna make you be your very best self, and you gonna excel, do I have the right to take that from you? I don't have the right to take. You could call yourself Superman. I don't have the right to take that from you. If it's going to help you to propel past all of your vices, if it's going
Okay.
to help you be better than your competition or your opposition, I'm going to even go and get you a cape if you want to be Superman.
Well, all I'm saying, sister, is this: we must get rid of all the God concepts, the word God. Black people, we need to get away from that because
Lord.
let's be real. The word God or these other gods that y'all talking about, we just call them the spook gods. They haven't done nothing for black people but gave black people curses. And then when you look within the God, you say that's within you. What have it done for you? What have He
What
done
you
for you?
mean?
What have
What
it
you
done
mean?
for you?
It has
What have
done.
it
It
done?
has done. Listen, let me explain. Let me tell you something about what the God within me does.
Okay.
That listen, I'm a driver by trade. I'm a professional driver by trade. Have been so for long enough for me to have some issues with my knees. Right. I
Mm-hmm.
literally close my eyes at sometimes when on quite a few occasions I have. Right. Now tell me who did it. If I close my eyes and went around the curve and 3 miles down the road and open my eyes and pass and miss the exit I was supposed to take. Who did it? Who did it?
Sister, let me show you what the God has allowed to happen in the one that's inside of you. He have allowed you to be bamboozled, to be tricked.
Into what?
Like Malcolm told us, we have been bamboozled, we have been tricked.
I
The
don't want this.
God within you, the God that's in
I
you,
know you see I'm
has
doing
allowed
something.
that to happen to black people. If God is in you, God is in me. So this
And
God
it's
has
supposed to
allowed
be.
us to be tricked.
What?
So to just what we need to do is just do
Hold on
away
a
with the
second.
word God, period, family. I don't
Brother Black
understand
Power.
why do we gotta keep working with this word when we
Mm.
know that we've been
Because we
lied to
choose
about
to.
this word.
Listen, we choose to. It's not that you. So what you've been lied to about the. You've been lied. There's a
I
teaching
can't
that
hear her, man.
followed
This
that.
is so irritating.
There's a teaching that
Mm.
goes along with that. And like I keep saying, if me calling myself God allows me to surpass the things that I've been taught and bypass my limitations, outgrow all of my vices or and meet my challenges. Why are you picking on me? So what? I want to call myself a you act like I'm a dude trying to call myself a chick.
Well, Black Power. Black Power. Can
All
you
I'm
hear me,
saying,
brother?
sister,
Can you
all
hear
I'm
me,
saying is
brother?
that takes power
Black
away
Power.
from ourselves. That takes
I
power
don't think
away
so.
from us.
I don't
Black
think so.
Power. Black Power. Can you hear me, brother?
Just understand. Now I can't hear nothing, Tony. It's
Yeah.
going crazy right now. It's getting worse.
Okay. What about now?
Can
Can
you
you
hear
hear me
me?
now?
Can
Yeah,
y'all
I
hear
can.
me? Can y'all hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do y'all hear me clear, or
Ooh.
We hear you
do y'all hear
clear.
the same voice that I hear from y'all?
Yeah, I can
We
hear
hear
you
you clear.
clearly.
Clear.
Clearly.
Clear.
Very
Do
clear.
y'all hear the same voice? Do y'all hear the same voice that I hear from y'all? The
No.
little
I I
chipmunk
can
voice.
I can almost guarantee you. Yeah, I think we do.
No. But I hear you clearly,
Because
Black Power. I hear you clearly, brother.
Do
I
you
wonder
do
why
you
is
hear
that
me, Tony?
happening then? Because I cannot hear y'all.
Do you hear
I
me,
mean,
Tony?
Maybe I
yeah, I
need to
can hear
go
you
out
just
and come
fine,
back
sister.
in. I don't know.
I'm quite
It's
sure
it's
he.
it's probably the area you're in. The signal probably bad, brother. The signal probably bad. Just
Huh?
I guess the signal is probably bad in whatever area you in. It's more likely dealing with the area you're in. It could be that.
Let me see what this. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Let me go back.
Mm-hmm. So
Shit.
can you
Hold
hear
on,
me, Black?
family.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. This shit is crazy. Now I can't go back.
What? Okay, he gone. He'll be he'll be back. He'll be back. I was actually trying to chime in, to tell the brother that, to let him know that, when we're dealing with God in self, we're not dealing with the God in the
The
Bible, the
Bible.
spook
It,
God.
it seemed
You know
like
what I'm
he keep
saying?
trying to make it be the same thing, and it's not the same thing. And I mean honestly, I can't tell
What
he's
about
not a
that?
Christian.
Yeah. Can you hear
Yeah.
us now? Can you hear us now, brother?
Yeah, that's much better now. Go ahead,
Okay.
Okay.
family.
Okay, well, brother
That's
Black Power, what I wanted to say to you is so when we're dealing with God in self, we're not dealing with the God concept of the spookism that's in the Bible
Okay.
and religion.
not at
We're
all.
dealing with
Two
just
different things.
we're dealing with self conceptiveness, self perspective, self knowing. Like I know today after I get off this live stream, I know I'm finna go in there and go get me something to drink or
Right.
something to eat. No, we're dealing with self.
Right.
That's the reason why we use the God title, but not the concept
Right.
We know
Okay.
our limitations, and we know how to go outside of our limitations to do for thyself and who we can perform for outside of ourselves. That's
Mm.
why we use God within self. I just want to bring that to your attention,
Thank
brother.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I can get with that to a degree, but like I said, man, where I stand is black people need to get away from the whole God concept, period. The word God, we need to get away from angels. We need to get away from demons, devils. We need to, because this is what they raised us on. And now, since they raised us on, since white people raised us on that, we think that's what it really is. Okay, I don't deal with the spook god of the sky.
Not
I
all of
deal with,
us.
I deal with the God with inside of me. But look what we're doing. We're still using the word that this enemy want us to use. The word God.
I think it's more of what we're capable of, brother Black Power. See, it's like this. I know I'm capable of, of driving or fixing on my own car or doing something for somebody that can benefit them and help them out in their lives and maybe change their lives. So it's pretty much what we're capable of and what we're superior at within self about who we are.
But
And
do you know?
that's why
But
we use.
Tony, brother
Go
Tony,
ahead.
do you know though?
Do we know
God,
what? Do we know
God.
what? Huh?
Do we know? Do we know God
I
can't?
am God.
What I'm saying is, we know God can't mess up. Tony
No, well,
can
shit.
mess
I
up.
mean, we might be gods within
That's
self, but we fuck up.
All right,
We
that's what
mess
I'm
up.
listen.
saying. That's what
Listen.
I'm saying.
But listen. I differ with that because even the God of the Bible, because that's the one you keep going back to. That nigga fucked up.
Mhm.
That nigga real fucked up. He got a whole lot. That nigga. That nigga's not only is he a rapist and a pedophile and a thief. Like he real good with liars and murdering and the whole. So if that nigga could be fucked up, why you have a God having a human experience to re-identify with his God self? Why they not allowed to fuck up? Because again, remember that nigga was still fucked up when they stuck him up there on that cross. He was still fucked up.
Mhm.
I mean, but in so many words, though, y'all. The God in religion, in the Bible, and any type of book we want to say, it's so many words. It's like this God is a human. It's like this God is, what I'm saying, knowing
Very
itself
human.
in itself. Like I said, like if you look at how we use God as knowing thyself, right? So when you read the Bible and they talk about this God, what I'm saying, they're referring to this God as He. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's flesh and bones. You know what I mean? I
Flesh
thought
and
this
bone.
God was a spirit and don't like sin and don't like the flesh.
Hmm.
But they contradicted by saying, well, God came into the flesh to be with his people, but don't like sin or don't like the flesh. So
Right.
it's a bunch of bullshit. So it's kind of
Bunch of
like this
bullshit.
God in the
The
Bible
book is the
is
problem.
using, if we want to say that this God came into the flesh, I would say that this God came into knowing itself. So it became
Hmm.
flesh and called
Right.
itself a
Hmm.
God, but gave everybody lies and spookism and doing all this other crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I
See,
think that
that's
this
why.
guy in the Bible want to be like us.
That's why I
Right.
say. See, that's
You know
why
what
I
I'm
say.
saying?
See, brother Tony and sister Lashana. This is why I say what I say.
Mm-hmm.
I've graduated from God. I'm not dealing
Okay.
with God. I
Okay.
graduated to what? Man. Man is more powerful than God. God can't fuck with us. He's not on our level. Why do you
The
think?
God of the
Why
Bible,
do
he
you think?
definitely not on our level.
Why do you think God and the devil is so motherfucking hard up on winning us over? It's something so special about us that we don't even know it. The devil and God want us bad than a motherfucker, y'all.
Well, the
It's all
devil and
about
God are the
us.
same. The devil and God are the same person, basically. They're the
Okay, they
same
can be the
person.
same person. I don't even want to discuss that. I don't care if they're the same person. No, I don't believe in neither one of them niggas.
Yes,
But
I
what I'm
mean, but
saying is, why did these dudes got it so hard for us? What is it about us that these niggas want? What is it? That's why I tell us we can do without God concepts. We don't need to say God is within us. We
okay.
don't need to say that
So,
shit.
so again, you using the Bible in two different contexts, right? So to say that he won us it again um is a tool or a trick of the Bible, basically to have us in servitude. Because if you keep if that this world been existent and in existence for millions of years, we've been here. That book is as old as the bullshit is. This is the year of their Lord 2022. If that book is 2,000 years old, it's 2,000 plus years because it only came about like during the time of slavery. Slavery was not 2,000 fucking years ago. You understand what I'm saying? So basically that book is it is brand new. Brand new. It's not even 1,000 years old. I'm talking about this Bible that they use here in this country that they use to enslave us and oppress us and give us a God concept that is outside of us. Like I'm not fucking getting this. Like it's the craziest shit on the planet. That has absolutely nothing to do with who we are. I'm still I'm still who I am. Before that book, the the Ten Commandments come out of the laws of Ma'at. What the fuck? Like that Bible and that God of that Bible ain't fucking with me. You listen. I when I tell you I run them all and tell him he can't come here. He ain't welcome here. My ancestors gonna hang his ass on the fucking cross again if he come around this bitch. So we ain't doing all of that. And as far as I'ma be that. I'ma be because I'm telling you, before I found the God in me, I was less. I was less, literally walking around feeling like I wasn't worthy of. Now, worthy, and ask me if I'm worthy to date. And you telling me I can't identify with being God, and I know I've surpassed the God of that Bible. You trying to make me be less again.
No, well, I told you before, sis. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to
But
give
that's what
black
I'm telling you.
people. We
No,
need
but that's what
another
I'm
black
telling you.
people.
That's what you
We can
do.
do another us black people. We can. Why don't you just call it divinity? Why do you gotta call it God? What about the divinity that lives within inside of you? That lives there with us. Why do it have to be God when we know where we get this word from? It's a
Okay,
Germanic word. It's a word from white people. That don't come from our
okay. So
ancestors.
listen, a lot of things don't come from our ancestors that we use. What I'm saying is, so if you say the divinity and I say God, we know we're talking about the same energy. So you quarreling about the word.
Exactly. I am.
Let them keep the energy until then. I could even agree with you on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could even agree with you on that because mind you, all of my shit is divine. I got about 3 different businesses and they all divine. A divine flex, a divine transport, a divine herb, a divine home coming soon. You understand what I'm saying? It's all
Mm-hmm.
divine. We understand that God is a divine energy. So what I'm saying is that that's just a term that we use maybe for um lack of a better. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people still drink a homogenized milk until they find out uh almond milk is a whole lot better for you. Yeah, and it's cheaper. What's the difference? So what I'm
Well,
saying is don't be so hard on black folks because they using that word. They're using the word God. You should be more hard on them for using that fucking word black.
what's wrong with black now? What's wrong with that
Because
word?
listen, because you ain't never been black, never.
Oh man, I am a black man though. I am. I
Okay,
am.
you
I'm one
should
hundred
you should
percent
look at
black.
you should listen.
I'm
You should
100,
look
just
at
like you. I
you should
wish I
look
had your black
listen
skin.
listen.
I wish
You
I
should
had your
you
black skin.
listen. You should look at when we started being called black folks, and then see if you still identify with that. Because we've been five
When did
different.
we?
We were Negro.
When did we?
Listen, we were Negro. We were Negro. Then we were black. Then we were colored. Then we became African Americans. We done been four different things. Every
Them
time
white.
they give
Let
us
me tell you
something,
something,
and
Queen.
they gave you black. You were never
Let me
black.
tell you this.
Africans come here, and when you call them black, they feel insulted because they don't know that they black until they come to this country. But you want to hold on to that.
White folks have never called us black.
Oh yes, they did.
When did they show
Yeah,
me? Show me in
look,
history. Give
look
me a
in
year in
look.
time. Give me a year in time.
Listen,
Give me a year in time where white folks acknowledged us as black people. They
when didn't
never
they?
done that.
So wait, who you? How do you think your Constitution is written?
They
How do
never
you?
gave us, sister, they
How?
never addressed black people as black people. And this is what we have to start thinking about. They gave us the word nigger, negro, African American,
Black.
Hebrew. They gave us all these
They never
words,
gave
but
us Hebrew.
they never gave us the word black.
Listen, I've
They
never heard
never
a
called
white.
us that.
I've never listen. I've never heard a white person see a black person and say that's a Hebrew, black, Negro, African American.
They never gave us
Um.
black, sister.
Okay.
They
All
never
I can
gave us
say,
that.
maybe that's one of those terms that you choose to overlook. But yes, they have, and they do it
They
all the
never
time.
gave us
What you
that.
mean?
They,
They
they
do it
never gave
all
us
the
that.
time. It is in their terminology. What you mean?
Okay, let me show you that they never gave us the word black. Can I show you real quick?
Sure, you can. I'm up for learning.
Is you the sister we were talking about, the god Ra?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, do you know what Kemet means?
Land of the Black.
Was white people around then?
Okay.
No, they was not here. They was not on the planet yet. So this proves that this didn't come from no white people. This came from us, right? The
Okay.
word black.
So
See, white people never called us that. You know why they never called us that? Because they know that's what the fuck we are. We the original people of the planet Earth. Black people. They know
hold
this.
up. Hold up.
Go
So
ahead.
do you know before that land was called Kemet, it was called Nubia? We not gonna play no games.
No, we're not talking about that land. That
Uh,
wasn't called
and
Nubia. That land
why
wasn't
was
called that.
Ethiopia? It was all Ethiopia at one time. We
Sister,
referred to as Nubians.
sister, please. Ethiopia, that word means what? Burnt face. Who gave us that term? Burnt face. That's a disrespect. The Greeks gave us that. Ethiopia means burnt face in the so-called language of Greek.
Wait a minute.
That's a form of disrespect. That's why they called us
Wait,
Ethiopians. Okay?
wait.
No, Nubia
Oh,
was before
number
Kemet. Nubia was before Kemet. Okay?
blank.
So all we saying is this, sister.
Folks.
We got to understand that
D-N-T
these people have
divide
never addressed us as what we are. The original man, the original
N-A-N-T-R.
woman of the planet Earth, which is black. We're the first. We're the original. We're not
Okay,
Hebrews. We're not Moors. We're not Christians. We're not Nubians. We're not
American.
spiritual. We're not none of that. We are the first people to hit this damn planet. Black people. And guess what? Them brothers and sisters was darker than 3 o'clock in the morning. That beautiful
Okay,
black with them pearly white teeth and them nice white eyeballs that just go perfect with that. That
okay,
goes perfect with that black skin.
okay. So you are identifying with a color. Black actually means devoid of color. So
Now you listening to the
black
white man's
women.
definition.
No, okay, you think so? So where did you get your
Absolutely.
definition? Where did you get your definition from? Listen.
I got it from my
So
heart, sister.
your heart.
You
Oh,
don't have to look in the
okay. So
book.
listen, a
Go
black
ahead.
woman, the so-called black woman, she gives birth to every color on this planet. So how is she devoid of color?
How's she the
So
void of
what is
color?
exactly?
What are you talking about? You say that's what black means?
Black means void of color.
Okay, that's the white man's definition, but that's not true
Okay.
either.
So
Everything comes from black. Everything comes from black, sister.
that's what I
Everything.
just said. That's what I just said. So
Yeah. So don't say it
it
so
can't be
good.
void of color.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. We can't be void of color. So you gotta be careful with the word black, sis. You have to be careful, man. And I just wish black people can really see,
So
like what I
okay, so listen.
just like
So maybe
see. Let me say this to you, sister. This word was came up with the white man like this to divide and conquer, just like he supposedly divided this whole one planet called rock. This was one planet. It was one. But then all of a sudden, here come this separation. Now it's broken up into this, into that, to this, and to that. Now what we see, if you're gonna go back to the God of the Bible, let's look at it. When he created Adam, right? He brought this man here without a nationality. He didn't have a nationality because God wasn't interested in that. And then he came from Adam's rib with the black woman, right? She didn't have a nationality either. We just saying according to the Bible, sister, right?
yeah, but I'm having a hard time digesting that because I keep telling you I don't that book. I
Okay,
that
I understand that. I understand
whew,
that. And the reason I'm doing this, because the sake of our people, this is where we are at. And I'm trying to prove this point to you,
man.
right? With the Bible. It's easy to prove it with the Bible. When you look at it, this is the beginning of time. This is only God and black people. That's it. No other people is here. Just the original, the black man. Now, guess what?
Black
The
man,
Bible also
Lord.
tell you, the Bible also tell you that what? A war broke out in heaven, and God and the devil had funk, and God defeated him. But
That's
God was
because
so generous.
God is
Listen,
fucking bipolar.
listen, sister.
I'm listening. I am listening.
God was
I'm
very
listening.
generous. He was very generous to the devil, though. After the devil tried to take his home, God said, "Okay, you want a place to rule? I'm gonna give you earth." You can go
Ooh.
down there and run earth. That's your shit, right? Now, in the beginning, God created Adam without a nationality.
Ooh.
But when this devil hit the planet, now all of a sudden, here come nationality. Here come definitions of who these people are and who these people are. When the devil take over the planet, now the devil got the planet. Now we got nationalities. What is that? That's dividing and conquering. That's what that is. Since he come and hit the planet, now he giving us this the Hebrews, the Christians, the Chinese. It's only two type of people on the planet. The original and the one comes from the original. That's it. That's it. But us as black people, we want to stay everywhere but where we need to be. That's why I take black people back to the beginning of the Bible, to the beginning of it. Can you wake up and see that there's no such thing as a nationality when it comes to God of the Bible? He's not interested in none of that. He was just interested in what? Creating the first man. Who? The black man, the original. That's how simple it is. But these people has made it difficult. And this is why we are where we at today. We don't know what's going on.
So, so I have a question for you.
I'm
You
listening.
keep bringing up this Bible. So, if what color was Lilith?
I don't know nothing about Lillian, nothing at
Okay,
all. 'Cause
so what color was Eve?
if she came from the black man's rib, she had to be the color of him. Well, no, she can't say that. We can't say. Well, a bone looks kind of darkish, grayish,
So see that's
to
that.
that
So see
degree.
this why I can't. This why I can't do this. I can't do this Bible thing because and no way. Oh, so um, it's what we use as common sense is that the things of nature are used to teach us things of the spirit, right? So we know that it's unnatural for a man and a man to lay together because there's nothing it doesn't produce anything, right?
Hmm.
All right. So in knowing that, it is just what it is. Even with evolution, there's no such thing as pulling a full grown person out of the side of anybody. You can't, as a woman, I have a uterus, and you can't. The only way you gonna pull anything out of my side is if I'm pregnant, and you can pull the baby out of my side through my uterus. That no
sister.
men ain't no men having no damn baby. Look,
Um,
I can't do this. That
I'm
shit working on my
I'm
nerves.
okay,
I'm totally with you on
okay,
that, sister. But like I
all right.
said, I do
That
this for the
damn
sake
that
of the
damn
people.
God Bible. The sake of the
Yeah,
people.
okay.
That
Okay, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you like this. This has been very interesting to watch, y'all. Very interesting to watch. I'm gonna have to bring y'all on you know what I'm saying, to have a debate because this is like debate to me. So,
nah, this is
you
no.
know, no, I'm just kidding. But anyway,
I know.
brother,
It's a very powerful black woman, though. Very
yeah,
powerful black woman.
very intelligent black woman. So, brother, Black
Hmm.
Power. I want to just ask you, brother. You know what I'm saying. This will be my last question. You know, overall, you know, uh, overall, who can you say to you or just in generally, okay, as far as the topic is concerned, brother, who's God? Your own analogy of what you think. Now, I know you said
If
that
he don't say she
I,
is,
I know you said that you don't know who's God, but I'm just asking for, you know, saying if you might have thought, what if you might, you know, if you thought about it, maybe, you know, overall, brother, who, uh, who is God overall?
If I have to pick somebody as being a God, it's going to have to be my mother who gave me life, because that's what God is into. God is into giving people life. He's into, giving you life. He's into sustaining your life. That's what the black mama does. She gives life, she sustains life, and she will give her life for that life. And that's what God won't do that. He haven't done it so far. If he exists, he haven't gave his life for nobody. He haven't died for nobody. But the black woman will die for me. She, like I say, she gave me life. She will sustain it, and she will give hers for mine. So if I gotta go God, I go with the black woman.
All right, brother. That's what's up, man. I really enjoyed this build, brother. I mean, I had such a great time, and I had such a great time listening to you and Sister LaShawn. I mean, saying that was a great experience. You know what I'm saying? Two powerful, two powerful people. You know what I'm saying? Right now, conversing. A very powerful sister. You know what I'm saying? You a very powerful brother, man. This has been one hell of an experience. Just to see my elders like, hey, say, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, you learn as you listen. That's why I say, nah, I gotta listen to this. I can't intervene too much. I gotta listen. My elders are
Right,
speaking. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So, man,
right.
I've learned a lot tonight. I have. You know what I mean? And I hopefully I can have you on. What I'm saying, more contents, man. And I also, man, I also like to do panels as well. So I know that you're, I know that your, information is based off religion. So, how would you feel about coming, to join a panel with others, of your stature and, talk about religion, have a discussion on religion.
Well, as long as it's not, one of those panels how we do on Bigo, get off the hook and everybody over talking each other and shit like that. I don't
Right.
want to deal with that, brother Tony. I mean, I know you can regulate your panel like you do on Bigo, and if it's like that, I'm all for it, brother.
Oh yeah, of course. It's going to be very civil, because I want to have Sister Divinity, Brother J Mo, Brother Azrael, and yourself. And hopefully I can get Sister LaShawn, to come and join us on that panel as well. So I want to actually set a date and time when I can actually, when we can actually get this, scheduled. And so, that way you guys can come on here and have a full panel discussion on the topic at hand, and I,
Yeah.
of course I'll sit there, get the topic. So the topic is going to be pretty much, a verse, maybe a verse from the Bible, saying, we'll just talk basically, generally about religion and why is it either worth it or important, to follow as far as guidelines for having a healthy and natural life. So brother, I also want to ask you, do you have anything you'd like to promote, brother?
No, I don't, man. Well, I guess all I can do is, yeah, we can promote Black Power, man. We need it as a people. We need to unify. We need to come together. We need to not put anything before ourselves. I don't care what it is. I don't think we need to put anything before ourselves. Nothing come before the black man, black woman, and black child. So, and that's pretty much it right there, brother. I'll
That's
go
what's
that
up.
far with
That's
that.
what's up. And you know what? Everyone, download the Bigo app and follow this brother Black Power, man. If you would like to hear more of this brother's teachings, more of what he speaks about, download the Bigo app and follow Brother Black Power. All right. All
No,
right.
thank
So
you.
so
And I want to
y'all be
thank you,
looking out.
brother. And I also want to thank you for having me and asking me to come back again, brother. That mean a lot to me, bro. I appreciate that. And I'm just gonna continue to do what I do, family. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of you brothers and sisters probably don't agree with the way what I stand on, but I mean, y'all got to just take time and really get under, just to, do your best to get an understanding about Black Power before you really just judge him and say, oh, he don't know what he talking about, stuff like that. Because, y'all got to understand that Black people, we've been raised on God. We've been raised on that. And that really didn't come from our ancestors. So, and that's what y'all got to start putting together too. Look at what I'm standing on and look at that we was raised on God. And that's why it's so easy for Black people to go against a person like me because we was raised on God. Thank you, brother.
Okay. So like I said, y'all follow this brother, download the Bigo app and follow this brother Black Power. Okay. All right. Say, brother Black Power, I'm supposed to be having a evening panel Friday. How your work schedule looking?
I'm all good, brother. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to get across that bridge before traffic. So just let me know. Long as it's not around that time, uh or I probably push it like I pushed work today,
Mm-hmm.
but I had to run her things that she needed. So long as it's around that time, and if it is, maybe I can push an hour back where I can get across that bridge before, so I can be at the show on time and no background static and all that. So, but I'm more than welcome, bro. Just let me know whenever you want me back, bro. I'm on my way. It's not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay, well, don't go nowhere yet, brother. Sister LaShawn, I want to introduce everybody to Sister LaShawn. Is it LaShawn or is it LaShawn?
It's LaShawn,
Okay,
actually.
LaShawn. I want to introduce y'all to Sister LaShawn. She's a very, very powerful sister. I think that y'all all need to prepare yourselves because I just want to introduce her because she is going to be coming back on the show next week. So make sure you set your calendars. What we say? What next week, sister? What on a Tuesday or a Thursday?
We actually hadn't settled on a date yet. Remember, I told you I don't
Okay,
know if I was
okay.
going to have to quit tonight or not.
Okay, okay. So we're gonna make a date, and when y'all see the date and time, y'all see it posted up on my channel and on my other social media platforms. You'll see the date and time and the flyer. And this sister is coming in, y'all. All right. You know what I'm saying? With your brother Tony Real of God, and she gonna go in on this good topic. And I ain't gonna tell y'all the topic yet, so you gotta come to the show. You gotta come to the show to see the topic. So I hope y'all ready for this, sister, because she's gonna bring some fire, and she's gonna teach a lot of y'all some things. She's gonna teach me some things too, because she already know I smoke cigarettes, so she said she's gonna help me. So, so I'm ready for that help, for that guidance, man. Brother Black Power, go ahead with your closing remarks, brother, and then we're gonna head
Yeah,
out of here.
I want to thank you and the sister, man, for helping me grow as a Black man. You know what I'm saying? I love collecting information. I will forever stay teachable. I'm gonna forever stay a student, and I appreciate you, brother. I really do. And pretty much that's it, family. Just you know, I just want to be thankful to my brothers and sisters that's
Mhm.
helping Black Power grow too.
Yeah.
All right, brother. I sure appreciate it, and I thank you for coming. Sister, you
Much
wasn't
love.
a part of the show, but would you like to give some closing remarks?
Much, yeah, much love and respect to both of you. And of course, Tony, I'm forever grateful. And again, it was an honor to be able to share to share this time with you, Black Power. So much respect, and believe me, like we never ever stop learning. And for whatever the exchange is worth, is always a give and take, and it's always with nothing but love and respect put forward. And look forward to being able to vibe and grow with you more.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
All right, man. Like I said, y'all, be looking out next week. This sister's coming back, and if you want to learn some things, I guarantee you, get on over here. Get on over here. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I know y'all used to be, coming in and talking because I know I can talk a lot because I'm long-winded. Okay, so I've accepted it about myself. You know what I mean? But hey, ain't nothing like listening to your elders talk. I don't know who taught y'all, but ain't nothing like listening to this. This was powerful, man. I was like in my seat over here, watching them. I'm like eating popcorn and it was going down. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah,
Good.
you know what I'm saying?
Good.
So, anything else you'd like to ask us before we go?
No, not at all. Not at all. It was good. Again, my pleasure. I'm honored and forever floored about the opportunity. I thank you guys so much.
Very
All
well.
right. All right. Thank you, Black Power. Thank you, Sister LaShawn. Y'all can exit out.
All right, Black Power family.
All right. All right, y'all, man. I'm sure glad that everyone came out, man. I appreciate y'all for coming out on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that y'all came through, man, and y'all got to witness this, you know what I'm saying, epic moment. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Of these two powerful speakers. You know what I mean? So remember, next week, Sister LaShawn, we got to figure out a date. So y'all see me post it. Sister LaShawn will be in the house, y'all, on a great, beautiful topic. Do not forget. And once I get a date with the sister in time, I will set it up on my platforms, and you guys get to see when this sister will be coming to the show and tearing the house down. All right, y'all. So, hey, who is God? I think we just found out from Black Power's perspective, from Sister LaShawn's perspective, also from my perspective. It's up to you to find out who is God. Who do you think is God? Who do you think? All right. So I'm out of here, family. Oh, don't forget February 5th, family. Brother Sheik will be in the house to speak and teach Saturday at 4 p.m. Brother Sheik will be in the house. And do not forget to go to Amazon.com and order Sister Divinity's book, From Energetic Particles to Material Matter, a book on spiritual ascension. Go to Amazon.com and order your copy today. February 5th, Brother Sheik. And go to Amazon.com and order Sister Divinity's book. Holla at your boy, man. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out, family. Thank y'all for watching. And this has been another edition of Tony Whitaker Chronicles. Holla at your boy. Flyers.